My name is Luis Sanders Granja. I born in Costa Rica, raised in Nicaragua since I was 2 years old. Basically, since I came here, been having since that easy. Everything has been a sacrifice. I went to college, graduated from graphic design and publicity. How do I paid all my college? It was helping my mom through surf lessons. Through surf lessons, I found my passion, and I took this as a career. So passion is what you gotta falling through, right? If you want to find the right happiness in life, right? Talking about San Juan del Sur, it been a town that been evolving pretty good, but also have been having another side of the coin, like the dark side of the moon. But we're gonna talking first about all this progress and about what this town been having in. He's been giving in job, investment. We've been involving educational talking. Many people back in the days, they were like even able to say hello or good morning on English. Is now we have all this access to learn computer, to learn how to do different stuff, because all the foreigners are coming and bringing new knowledge that we didn't know back in those days. As tourism could bring good things, could be negativity stuff. For example, drug addiction, prostitution, drug dealing, easy money. People want to do like a lot of easy money, and at the end of everything, what they end up is on jails, gang members, or even worse, to the graveyard. I cannot judge and tell that people are drug dealing because they want to be rich. Maybe it's because they do have to pay bills, they do want to have food at the fridge, bringing like a plate on the table, education for like kids and all that. A guy that steals from a house, can you imagine that first experience, being the first experience getting into an unknown house and trying to rob because they need to? So it's like these situations in town been increasing pretty much because of the political crisis. But this year, I've been hearing that tourism is coming back, something that is pretty good for us because it brings us a way for living. Talking about how do I get involved with gangs members and drug dealing, is because I do also want to have an easy life, easy money, because not like all the tourists, I don't want to generalize all that, because everyone on vacations want to have fun, right? And the good chance to make easy money is to give them what they want and what they need. For example, in this town, back in the days, we just knew about ganja. Ganja's come from earth. So it's like it's not that like that dangerous as cocaine. But like the white people came here and asked you for cocaine, and I don't do drugs anymore. But back in the days, I wasn't drug addict, and I was dealing and doing all that. And how do I flip all that is because that has all the gang members, even if you feel that you're Pablo Escobar, even Pablo Escobar fell down. So it's like 2 of my friends got caught in one of operations, and I was the ones that didn't get involved with that, so I stayed out, and they stood there for 2 years, and I saw the suffering on them, like, and especially for Facebook, because I didn't have like any contact with them in jail, because it was a risk for myself to go and visit them, because I could got caught as well. So through Facebook, they were like always asking me, hey, how the ways are, dude. Send me pictures, because in jail, if you got the right connection, they give you a phone. So seeing all this suffering from them, I decided like my man, it's time for a change, and I refuge myself in Jesus Christ, and it was the Lord that raised me up, man, and has everything in life. Sometimes people got to hit the ground pretty bad to get hurt, clean yourself, rise up, and keep on going. And since then, since that wave that I surf, it was a rebaptism. I was rebaptism that day because I was running out of air, and what you want is breathe, and breathe means I want to live again. So on that time, I realized that, my man, I gotta change. That's it. And since then, I've been trying to get more involved with the community, tell them my story, and tell them how they can improve themselves about my experience. Because there is nothing best that someone that have experienced it and put you on the right track where you could feel comfortable of, right? And my man, I wish that one day, as the Matis Yahusi song, everything would change, and especially here in this town. But I still inviting people to come to this town and do good tourism, because Sunday Fun Day is a destructible for San Juan del Sur. I know that they give us job, not me, because I don't want to get involved with drunk people, because you are exposed. You're exposed to someone to tell you, hey, where I can get some blow and all that stuff. I got the need, right? So I part of it. Even if I wanted to, but I needed to. So I want to stay that way. And what I would love from my town is that the most of the people that come here, as you are coming here as a filmmaker, is bringing knowledge. Knowledge is priceless, man. I don't need anyone's money here, and especially if it comes from money, from drugs, if it comes from money from alcohol, if it comes from money from any kinds. If it's dark money, easy comes, easy goes. So my invitation to the next foreigners is to be less tourists and more travelers, because there is two differences to be a tourist and a traveler, and being an explorer and being someone that will get involved with the community and give and afford and let something has a legacy that people will remind you, because you transfer that knowledge. Be productive, not being destructive, because it's not easy seeing people walking around town with a beer on their hands, and then they just bluffing a lot of vulgarity around, and some of the white people are loud, pretty loud, and I might be sitting with all my nieces in front of the house, and then just come talking, excuse me for my language, but we're saying a lot of shit, and you know that kids are on a sponge, right? And they observe even productivity and negativity, and that stick forever on their mind, because they are on an age that they're learning, they're observing everything that they could. So my invitation to the next generation of explorers and travelers is that I would love that it be like back in the days, that people came here for surfing, for exploring, for fishing, boat trips and all that stuff, and do less partying, man, because partying there is everywhere. There is alcohol everywhere. It's just please try to be more productive here in my town, because we're getting sick of it. And the real job is not having a job as a bartender or as a waitress. What I would love, what my dream of here is to having a college where people came here, as you as a filmmaker, producer, many different kind of ability around the world that we don't know here. We only know fishing and tourism. And I want to this town evolve on that way.